Good morning, everybody. This week's lectionary includes a wonderful story about what God sees when He looks at us. And I'm reading to you from the Message by Eugene Peterson, which is a very easy to understand translation. So, the story is about the great prophet Samuel and how he was sent by God to find the next king of Israel. So let's see how the story goes. God addressed Samuel. So, how long are you going to mope over Saul? You know I've rejected him as king over Israel. Fill your flask with anointing oil and get going. I'm sending you to Jesse of Bethlehem. I've spotted the very king I want among his sons. By the way, standing in for Samuel today is this dude. He kind of looks like a prophet, doesn't he? I can't do that, said Samuel. Saul will hear about it. God said, take a heifer with you and announce, I've come to lead you in worship of God. Make sure Jesse gets invited. I'll let you know what to do next. I'll point out the one you are to anoint. Samuel did what God told him. When he arrived at Bethlehem, the town fathers greeted him, but they were worried. Why was Samuel there? Is there something wrong? They asked. Nothing's wrong. I've come to sacrifice this heifer and lead you in the worship of God. Prepare yourselves, be consecrated, and join me in worship. Okay, all right. He made sure Jesse and his sons were all also consecrated and called to worship. When they arrived, Samuel took one look at Eliab, who was the oldest, and thought, here he is, God's anointed. Eliab was a strong, tall statue of a man. But God told Samuel, looks aren't everything. Don't be impressed with his looks and stature. I've already eliminated him. God judges persons differently than humans do. Men and women look at the face. God looks into the heart. Jesse then called up Abinadab, who was another of Jesse's very strong dude-like sons. And he presented him to Samuel. And Samuel said, this man isn't God's choice either. Next, Jesse presented Shammah, who happened to look just like his brothers. And Samuel said, no, this man isn't either. Jesse presented all of his 7 sons to Samuel. I think I counted that right. Samuel was blunt with Jesse. God hasn't chosen any of these. Then he asked Jesse, is this it? Are there no more sons? Well, yes, there's the runt, but he's out tending the sheep. Samuel ordered Jesse, go get him. We're not moving from this spot until he's here. Jesse sent for him. He was brought in, the very picture of health, bright-eyed, good-looking. God said, up on your feet, anoint him. This is the one. Samuel took his flask of oil and anointed him, with his brothers standing around watching. The Spirit of God entered David like a rush of wind. God vitally empowered him for the rest of his life. Samuel left and went home to Ramah. And that is the story of how God sent the prophet Samuel to find the next king of Israel.